Amphibious ships are not only vital for our national defence, they're vital for jobs in Plymouth and in Devonport in particular, which is where I'm proud to represent. HMS Albion and HMS Bulwark and the Royal Marines had their case for preservation and their case for what an exceptional capability they do adequately and expertly persuaded and delivered on the 19th of October, where in this debating chamber here, the young member for Yeovil called the debate on defence capability. None of the arguments used on the Labour side or the Conservative side about how valuable these ships and the Royal Marines are have changed since that debate. If anything, the persuasiveness of that argument has now been shared by more honourable members, because this chamber is much fuller than it was in that debate. I'm sure the Minister won't want to hide behind the line that has been used and has been so pilloried that cuts to our amphibious capabilities are just speculation. It's a weak line that no one in this chamber really believes, because we're all here because we know that these cuts are real, or the possibility of them are real. I realise the Minister will not be able to rule them out because these cuts are being considered, and that is a deep concern to people in Plymouth, for those people who serve on the ships, for those people who support the ships, for those people who work in the supply chain, for those people who have served in the Royal Marines and the Royal Navy. Plymouth City Council estimate that getting rid of Albion and Bulwark would cost nearly 1,000 service jobs in the city and would result in a net loss of 1,320 full-time equivalent jobs if they were to be gotten rid of. That's even before the cuts of the Royal Marines are taken into account. Plans to get rid of both Albion and Bulwark would undermine the purpose of Royal Marines Tamar, which was completed in 2013 at a cost of £30 million. When the last defence review when the biggest defence review in 2010 reconfigured our defence capabilities, Plymouth was promised that it would be a centre for amphibiosity for the Royal Navy. That was a promise that was given to us as submarines were moved, as changes were made in terms of staffing and resourcing, and it is a promise that must be kept by this government. Plymouth and Devonport in particular must remain a centre of amphibiosity in name and strength. That means not only having it clearly set forth in strategy, but having the ships and the Royal Marines that make that capability what it is today, a world-leading capability that is a deterrent to our adversaries and support to our allies. Let me be clear, the amphibious capabilities of the Bay-class Royal Fleet auxiliary ships are not a substitute for the first wave considerable specialist capabilities provided by these two Devonport-based warships. To pretend that they can be delivered is simply false. The Bay-class ships are good, but they don't have either the carrying capacity of Bulwark or Albion, nor the specialist command and control facilities that these ships offer. We need first and second wave capabilities. You can't put troops and equipment ashore on sound bites, but you can with Albion and Bulwark. We live in really uncertain times, and it is important in those uncertain times that we're clear about what is our role as a country. Post-Brexit Britain can't turn its back on our allies that need help and support in deterring Russia in particular, but also we can't turn our back on our friends and allies for whom the amphibious capabilities provide such an important humanitarian and disaster relief role. We've already seen the role of HMS Ocean, soon to be scrapped, performed in the Caribbean, that has been mentioned, first-class support from that capability and the Royal Marines. We can't risk future hurricanes and disaster relief efforts being hampered because the government has taken a decision based on an accountant's spreadsheet rather than the necessity capabilities that we need as a country. I implore the Minister to work not only in the Department of Ministry of Defence but also with the Chancellor to end speculation about our cuts and to reaffirm our country's commitment to HMS Albion, HMS Bulwark and the Royal Marines. Simply, our national defence can't be done on the cheap.